Customer brought me a set of ASCS sprint car heads. Had a little accident. Not too terrible. Probably a couple seats, a little welding on it. The rest of the head looks pretty good. Got the valves out of the other one. No real damage in this one. Good thing about the sprint car motors with the separate stack injectors, none of this trash that was in this cylinder bounced around in any of the other cylinders, which simplifies the repair a little bit. But I'll get a little video of repairing this head, putting a couple seats in and getting them back. After I did all the welding, I used an adjustable cutter, just enough to clean up the hole so the two seats don't overlap too much and you end up with a seam where the exhaust valve or the intake valve sit. I'll show you the little tool I built here, or fixture, whatever you want to call it. Looks like a little flying saucer disc. But what you do with it is, I have oversized seat rings that will sit down on it like so. A little plate to hold it. Not hard to tighten that up, and that will hold the seat ring tight so I can machine the OD of it to fit my hole. I've got one they do on the opposite side for the exhaust. I set it up in the lathe and cut the OD of it to fit my hole now. Alright, I got my little flying saucer disc, I guess you might call it. Get it in the lathe. Make sure we're good there. Good and tight. Seat ring slides up over it. A little plate that holds it. Tighten that screw up. Bolt. Good and tight. Now we can machine it. Okay, let's see where I'm at here. Sorry about that, the phone rang. Nine's still a little bit too much. There we go. Then we just need to put a chamfer on the outside edge of it. And that is how machine the seat to fit a custom hole. Show you how I kind of set the tool up here. It's just loose on the fixture. Got my seat ring tool in it. Make sure it fits in the hole where the existing hole is there. So I keep my hand out of the way. And there's a little Allen I can adjust the where it just barely will clean up the hole that's there. You just want to skim this area here. This little cut more. Just like so. A nice, got the camera off here. Cleaned up all the way around nice. We didn't cut into the intake seat a bunch on this one, which is good. By the time we do the valve job, it should be pretty nice. I'll go machine the exhaust seat now. Use a snap gauge. Check the hole size. And see where we're at. Looks like 1 inch 677. So we'll go machinist the seat ring now. Repeat the process that I did on the intake. Driver for it. Like a little lube on them. See how the overlapping is not cut way into the other side. Do a valve job now, and these heads, a little cleanup work as far as the chamber and stuff. Have these all back together. Let's cut some teeth here. See a little better. Got that one cut, looks pretty decent. Go back and do the intake side now. Get the intake seat now before I pull this head out. Check here, I'll slide this down here. Turn the camera back. I usually drop in a couple valves. And I take my little straight edge and I check the opposite side as far as the stem height goes. It looks like I need to sink the intake valve just a hair. A lot of people don't check that opposite side. What happens when you install the springs, you're shimming things differently, your rocker arm setup, if it's a shaft rocker setup, which is what this one is, it screws it up, so you have to make sure that you adjust the height in the valve job. Again. There we go. That evened it up, so I know where I need to go to now. Go back and look and see what my number was. where you can see it. And that's the chamber I put the 2 seats in and got them all cut to height and stuff. Looks just like the others. Touch up this chamber a little bit and polish it, and we'll be in good shape on this one. I use a retainer when I'm checking my springs. If you'll measure from the first step right here to the top of the retainer, most retainers are somewhere around 100 thousandths is an average. Check this one, we're about 90 to 94. Somewhere in that range. Because you got to have a retainer because of the inner spring. You set it up like so and add 100 thousandths to whatever your installed height is. So if we set these springs up at 2-inch, I would go to 2/100. And we'll have about 270, which is probably about right for this setup. Lock my stop down. Okay, this first one we need to add 100. We got our cup or locator. We're using internal locator. We got to add it in that amount, and we just go through and check. Always check every one, and not just assume that all the numbers are right. You notice this one here is ground flat on it, one side, because it's center head bolt. If you don't, you have trouble getting socket and stuff on it. So that one I've got to go back and grind the shim on it. And same thing on this one, these two right here, two center exhaust valves to clear that head bolt. Okay, got them ground. I go back and lube down the stem of the valve down to the cup. A little assembly lube. And then slide the seals on. Just aluminum piece of tube that I've cut off and kind of chamfered on the end so it doesn't tear the seal up. And that's setting up a set of heads. I got to put the springs on them and they will be done. Got the springs all put on. I always go back and check the tops, make sure it all looks right. Make sure there's nothing standing out that looks funny as far as that goes. But they're pretty much ready to go now. Here's a good look at the chamber we repaired, all back up in shape. There's one that we didn't. So get these bagged up. Customer's going to come get them this week, and he can get his motor back together.